What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Black Line DreamWorks YouTube channel video. That's a mouthful. I know. For the day ones watching this, I hope you guys enjoy the content. Really, I'm just here to alleviate a stigmatism around the controversial striker awaken versus striker succession versus grind. Damage output, all that bullshit. Just seeing the live feed from it. You know what I mean? I'm not here to talk numbers. I'm not here to talk bullshit mechanics, skill versus skill. I'm here to see what happens when a player who's casual, who doesn't know exactly what he's doing but knows a little bit about what he's doing, is playing the class, and how can the class be utilized? Can somebody with neutral skill on both grind just as efficiently on both and still get the same result? Or is one a higher tier class than the other because we have an elitist opinion and blah 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 blah? Right. I know there's gonna be people saying, oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you're not credible, blah 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 blah. I've been playing this game 3 years, bro. I might not know a lot about, moves and mechanics and shit like that. Know how super armor works, invincibility works. I know some classes are broken and are able to avoid things that they shouldn't be able to avoid. Lawn. And I know that I can grind pretty damn well on both of these classes. I did a comparison on both of them already, and it seems that Awakening was a little bit of a better choice, but that might be all in my head. I've seen them both, and when the combo game is good, then the killing game is nice. And on both of them, it was kind of looking nice. At first, I tried the Succession, and it was like, he just keeps throwing punches. He's the one that just keeps, he's the guy that just keeps on giving. Right. Then I tried Awakening, and I was like, holy shit, the damage is way better. But 5 minutes in, I'm like, wait, what was I talking about? Why was the damage so much better? It wasn't. It doesn't feel that way. I'm not sure if it's just because I got used to it, or because I just overlooked certain things about the Awakening class. I thought it would be one combo, done. Wasn't that simple, so to speak. So I'm gonna try to do a comparison between the both of them. I guess we might have to do a trash loot comparison to see who pulled the most out of the hour. I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison, and I'm gonna try my best to not let my ADHD get the best of me and keep my buffs up as much as I can. I hope you guys enjoy the content. Let's get into it.
Every level I be levitating. Darker strings can't stand if I'm living like a jackhammer. The bass can blast in a second. Look, I'm irate. The strings ahead trying to say it. Stand straight and face your fears, little nigga.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Hopefully you enjoyed the video. You saw it first. Here, look. First look at split view, or however I'm gonna structure this video. Um, Awakening Striker versus Succession Striker, and hopefully you guys saw the combo and damage difference. I was very sluggish in some of those combos. Very, 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 very sluggish. I was opening tabs that weren't supposed to be open because of how I have my UI mapped for convenience. Just because I don't grind enough for me to justify reaching across the keyboard to unlock my shit. But obviously I might have to start thinking about that because it's causing me to open things that I shouldn't open during the time I'm fighting, which is going to get me killed. But you know, aside from that, some of those cleaner combos that I was popping off, getting off a lot of those super armors, those forward guards, those debuffs, and those attack buffs, allowed me to just completely slaughter some of those mobs. And then other times I was just taking bare L's on both sides, Awakening Striker and Succession. I would have to say that Awakening Striker felt a little bit faster because the damage potential from the combo was just, it was just one clean cut, whereas the Succession Striker is like a million punches at once, but it just keeps going. You know what I mean? It's like boom, 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 boom. And if you saw, the momentum of the combos greatly affected how much the damage was. If you started off slow and you carried off like you weren't hitting those combos right, you were getting really, really bad damage output. And it would show. You would start getting stunned and all that shit. But when you're popping your super armor, your SA armor, every other attack, and you're avoiding certain attacks with those mobs, you're debuffing, you're getting back attack, you're getting your ground smash. Every single time, if you can keep that combo momentum and you're just that good with Striker, then yeah, I think maybe a Succession Striker could out damage a Awakening Striker. But not by much. Not by much. It's very small. Very minute. I think if you put both of them in gear bracket 305, it's really just going to be who finds the blind spot first. And because Succession Striker has that continuous combo streak, he has a very strong likelihood of doing it. Whereas the Awakening Striker would be able to get behind the Succession Striker a lot easier, even maybe even knock him down, right? Because of how he is structured in his attacks. A lot of his attacks are wide areas, they're wide berth, and there are some that just immediately knock you down, right? Like that leg drop. So you really have to be careful when you're fighting an Awakening Striker, because if he knows what he's doing, he'll find an opening, and he'll find one really easily, especially if you're making dumb mistakes. So it really just boils down to who's using these classes. I can completely see why people say that now, but ultimately I'm still gonna go with Awakening Striker. I'm day one Awakening Striker. I love the Succession Striker. He's a lot of fun, but the Awakening Striker I started with. You know what I mean? I don't have a bias myself. Both of them are great class undergrads. But ultimately, I felt like the Awakening did more damage because of how quick those inputs were, right? And I was able to at least maintain the Succession Striker even without potions, right? The Awakening Striker, I wasn't really able to do that as well because he's kind of stuck in place when he uses some of those attacks. He can get out of it, but chances are you'll find an opening if he has to stop mid combo. So, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that great shit, and keep it